Okay, so I wanted to look into how the solar eclipse on the 14th, well, and heck, we could throw in there the, actually, let's throw in both eclipses. So the solar eclipse is on the 14th at 21 degrees Libra, coming in, depending on which chart you use. I tend to use a rectified chart that Alfie Lavoie rectified over years of research on Trump, which gives him a 10:12 a.m. birth time rather than the 10:49 a.m. that most people use. And I've never agreed with that chart because it puts his Mars into the 12th house. He is not an introspective type of person. He's really extroverted. So, but because of the discrepancies, I figured what I'll do is I'll do a Celtic cross, and then I'll do the Kipper, and I might even use Libby's deck after that if I have enough time. So let's see. What will this eclipse and the also the October 28th lunar eclipse, it's a partial lunar eclipse, but what will both of those eclipses have in regards to Trump? Okay, so, well, his opportunity for manifesting, it's a new beginning, but in what way, in what direction? I mean, all eclipses are new beginnings, but there's also endings. There are new beginnings and endings. Hopefully we're, letting go of bad habits and bringing in all the new. Okay, his challenge, yeah, defeat. Can he just continue to scorch and burn his reputation? My goodness. With the Five of Swords, coming and crossing, his ability to grift and manifest, right? I mean, just look at the image there. I don't think this looks good for him. It's also my card when I do personal readings. This is my card for a person's deepest inner conflicts because it's, it's very tied to their belief system and their dualistic, life task to heal. Being that we're born on a dualistic planet, right? We all have a dualistic task. Well, he has never gotten into his life task because all he has done is, continued along his psychopathic tendencies. So, I feel like his biggest challenge here is his selfishness and his, his lies, his sneakiness all over the place, and the fact that, he's going to be defeated. I don't think he's going to like that at all. He's always said that losing is hard for him. So let's see, what is he sitting in? What's he sitting in, and what does he actually have some control over with this eclipse, or these eclipses coming in, the October eclipses? Yeah, shoot. With the Hermit reversed, that's my card for humiliation. When it's upright, it can be, all about enlightenment and solitude and soul searching. Well, he doesn't do any of that. When it comes to reverse, it's our card for loneliness and just repeating the same old mistakes he's, been doing in the past. And he's definitely lost his way. He has never gotten on his path. So it's, sad. And what he does have control over, it's also a card of deceiving yourself and trying to deceive others. So he can't, just look at the image here. Like, you can't find your inner light unless you commit, to working in the light. He doesn't do that. So he's going to continue. This is all about grifting, this next 19. He's setting the stage for the next 19 years of his life. Of course, I don't think he'll make it another 19 years. Let's just do it this way. Okay, in his recent past, he has used every bit of strength that he possibly could. And, yeah. What's hanging over him now with no control, with the Three of Pentacles, is the lack of teamwork. He is dropping people like flies. He has changed attorneys more times than we change our whatevers, right? Yeah. He's also, with that Three of Pentacles up there, reversed, that's our card for dark money. That's our card for all the monies and connections and, just all his entire life just hooked up the wrong way. It's also a card for not feeling much motivation, and it's also a card for being super disorganized, and we can see that, with his brain. His near future, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. So his near future is feeling very jealous. It's also about, of course, it's financial corruption. And I think, just lack of stability. There's no sustainability when we have this card, right? Okay, so over here, what he's attracting, oh my God, it's the devil. He's attracting more blindness, more control, more addictions, more manipulation, more greed, more cheating, more abuse. Okay, how others are influencing the situation, we have the Emperor. So the Emperor probably is Putin to him. Need I say more? He's always been Putin's puppet. His distant future, well, he's going to try to get away. The outcome, oh, how interesting. This solar eclipse, it's a new moon. Solar eclipses are always new moons. But it is the moon, and this card is for the moon in Libra. It's coming in at 21 degrees Libra, so yeah. And, like I started to say, in his natal chart, it's either in his second or third house. The second house is money. Third house is his mind and the way he communicates. We know that both of those areas of his life are just trash. So, it's like, why bust out the charts and look at all that? I like the cards. I like it all, but astrology is so good for timing and getting you into a certain, and getting you into all the different areas of your life. But I love the images on the cards. So yeah, with the outcome being the Two of Swords for him, with this new moon eclipse, with the changes, because solar eclipses tend to be external events. The lunar eclipse at the end of the month will be more of an internal event, and that'll be at 5 degrees Taurus. But this one's definitely the. Well, what if I kept going? Hold on. Do I have enough room here? I maybe go this way. Yeah, let's do a few more cards out here for the and cover the the partial lunar eclipse that comes in on the 28th at 5 degrees Taurus. Because this is definitely the new moon solar eclipse, which is a redundant way to say it. Sorry if I'm hurting any astrologers' ears out there, because I know that's redundant. Whenever we have a solar eclipse, it's always on the new moon. But the next one, let's see. Well, when it comes to the other one, actually, let me shuffle, because I wasn't focused in there. Okay, so how will the partial lunar eclipse affect him? Ooh, King of Swords reversed, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, I think, and then if we keep going, I have the Hanged Man reversed. Okay, so with the King of Swords here reversed, of course, this is him feeling, like there's a lack of justice, but it's also his corruption, his manipulation, it's his lack of integrity that is coming to bite him in the butt. And he can dream on all he wants. I think this is just, his mind going back to his youth. He doesn't think correctly. or the Page of Cups could be a younger person who really shows us all of the manipulation. That's very possible. A water sign, younger attorney that just cooks his goose. With the Hanged Man reverse, well, this one, in this situation, I have the feeling it has to do with, again, just his humiliation, because he's been deceiving everyone for so long. You know, when the Hanged Man, when it's straight up, it's about surrendering and letting go and getting a new perspective and maybe even making a sacrifice. But when it's reversed, it has a person just so engrossed in their own selfishness that there's no solution, and it's tremendous, you know, stagnancy. But that's my card for when it's reversed, for humiliation. And the Hermit doesn't help either, the Hermit reversed. And he's, you know, humiliation is the thing that I've always gotten that his soul needed to experience in order to heal. Okay, so let's use the Kipper. Okay, so Donald John Trump's experience from the October 14th eclipse on, that sets the stage for the next 19 years of his life. You can see how our birth charts are set up to have specific transits in order to grow and heal. Okay, so he's being watched. He's feeling helpless. His reputation, everyone's looking at, oh, people are flipping. People that he thought he could rely on, people connected to all of like Trump Tower, what's it called, Trump Organization International or something like that, all the Trump Towers. Nah, that's not happening anymore. He will have a lot of meetings as to all the complaints against him. Thank you, Lisa, for that key word. One of my viewers, in our community, she clued me into the fact that it's a card of complaints. So I love that. Thank you so much. But, you know, this is investigations. It has to do with people who decide your fate for you, because, you know, they have some say, right? Yeah. It's you know, it's called adjudication in this deck, and I don't know why, because it's not even, it should be adjudication, but it has to do with going before all these different boards where you might get to negotiate, you might get to discuss things, you can definitely appeal and dispute, and he's going to do that as much as he possibly can, but he's being examined, whether he likes it or not. It's going to go on for quite some time. That's the direction he's headed. And then we have, and this is one of, you know, going to prove to be one of the four corners here. It's my Rut-Row card. More indictments, more subpoenas, more disappointment, more sadness, more crisis, more confrontation, and more problems psychologically for him. Like it couldn't get any worse, right? He's already, you know, he makes these speeches just talking about Obama. He loves calling him, you know, Barack Hussein Obama, because, you know, Trump's just not. That needle is stuck in the groove, and the grooves in his brain are just so rigid, and the tracks are so deep. Even a good DJ couldn't get him out of it. Okay, let's see. Woo! Poverty, health issues. Well, yeah. Okay, so what's at the four corners is really important. His card didn't come through, which is interesting, and I also don't have any other people cards. Wow. Okay. New helplessness, new real estate issues, helplessnesses. More new, I would say, new examinations into his real estate. With that expectation card, I'll add in these first three. But I did pretty much speak to that already. With the expectation, he's waiting. There's nothing he can do about it. He's being watched. He's not really able to prepare himself really well. But he is going to delay and delay. This is our card of delays. He's going to delay as much as he possibly can. And with the high honor card, this is our card of a person's reputation. This has to do with his success in career or not. Well, because it knights down here to the poverty card, and because it also knights down here to the child card, this is something small. And this is, of course, what produces poverty in his life. And then if we look at this angle here, he's going to go out, his reputation going out is going to be something that is very painful for him, because he's going to be seen as, like the biggest loser, and I doubt it's going to be for, weight loss. And then his health will just continue to deteriorate. And if we follow this line up here, it's going to take a lot of time, but then the changes are going to keep coming in, more documents, everything's just going to keep coming in, and all of that, those changes and the losses to his reputation. Here again, we have that correlation to the tarot with the Hermit reversed, the Hanged Man reversed, speaking to the humiliation that he's going to go through. Because it's all about the money for him, right? But he's going to continue to, with the four corners here, just continue to get more indictments. Something else is going to come through that has to do with the J6 committee, probably. That's interesting. They issued their report, but they held back on so many things. So there's probably something new that's going to come out. And Jack Smith is all over that. If I were to have kept going with the cards, I do have Jack Smith's card here. Yeah, he's on to him. Ooh, look at that. Jack Smith will definitely be restricting him. But, he's going to do his best to try to get away. And those cards are here, we can see. So, bottom line with the four corners. So, little bits, something small that just keeps him helplessly waiting. Just constant new little pieces of information that comes out about his clan, and then more indictments, more just bad news. And it continues to come out because of the January 6th insurrection that he'll go down as a seditionist. And then his cheating, his lies, his constant lies and cheating, the fact that he is just completely, it's like, let's put the magician reversed right here, right? It's just lies. This is also sometimes a card of enemies. So it could be that there's a new enemy that comes out, if we mirror these two cards together. Or because we have the gift card up here, following along this line, the Lovers is usually someone who's, loyal. But because of this gift card for me is, I've designated this as people who flip. And then here we have the documents or the communications to prove it, the audio recordings or videos, all forms of communication where we have the proof. And the flippage right here, right? And that brings through the poverty. He's on this soul journey to bring out his entire inner circle who were involved with the cheating as well, all the cheating and lying. Yeah. Okay, so with having the message card right smack dab in the middle, we can knight this card out to his reputation and what takes on, over time. The journey, the both of these cards, soul journey, the path that he's on, because he started in this direction. It's going to develop and unfold over time, and of course create even more problems for him. Continue to be examined, and the documents will continue, the verification, the proof will continue to come out and develop more and more over time. And it will affect his entire family and his inner circle. And yeah, so there's that. Just on a side note, I did look up the eclipse in Don Jr.'s chart. His birth data is out there. And it comes through in his fourth house of home, so it will just be, big changes for him on the home front, and in his past, in his roots. So he's part of this card here too, and that is their soul journey. That's the direction, that they're moving, and it's not going to be good health for any of them. I don't think. I mean, maybe, yeah, I don't know. Definitely not Don Jr. Definitely not Trump. So, okay, let's check into this 9 box here, because we have the coffin right in the center. So it's the end, and I know I'm repeating myself, but the end of his reputation, the end of the way he makes money, and the people are flipping on him, and that will be a painful loss for him. And the end of his the teamwork, the number 4, the courtship card, is, you can liken it to the 3 of Pentacles, so it would be its teamwork. But even a painful loss of meetings that he wants to have, and the loss, the ending of his ability to negotiate his way out of the whole situation. All these legal battles. Yeah, painful loss that creates change, all the proof that backs up, this is all of his lying and cheating with his business practices that has, here's his real estate going down. Trump, just like I said 3 years ago when I first started doing these political readings on him, that the Trump brand was toast. That was just going to turn to a big old poop emoji, without the happy face on it, or without the little smirk or smile. It's right here. So the more people flip on him, the more lack he's going to feel that he has, and that will be true because he's created all of this. And then also creates, I know I'm repeating it again, but it also, every painful loss that he has, every humiliation he has to go through, gets him down, levels him even further. And the ability for him to create abundance is gone. He has ruined that, ruined the brand. That's all right here. And the same goes for his inner circle that have aligned with him. They are all going to go down with him. They are all going to lose. They are all going to be leveled. Over here, I'm drawn to the strategy card. So this, to me, feels like all the judges and prosecutors that are coming down on Trump, their strategy is to work off of the J6 document and share everything they can with each other to the extent of the law. And they're going to issue indictment after indictment and orders, motions after, they're just going to keep issuing those motions that gets him down, because, all of this is set the stage here, and then over here we have the future. And when it all comes out, I guess, rather than going through all these cards individually, when it all comes out, what I see is that everyone is just going to see him as a grifter, and big change is coming into his life where he's, you know, when it comes push comes to shove, if he's healthy enough to try, you know, he'll try to get to another country, I'm sure. Yeah. So, okay, well, I think that's good. Yeah, I'm just going to get it uploaded. Maybe think about reading on someone else with the eclipse. Give me some ideas. Who do you guys want me to read on? Because not everyone has a birth chart out there that I can see. I can see McCarthy's, but yeah, who do you guys want me to read on eclipse-wise? Okay, bye.